Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Jay and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for starting through, and if you're returning, welcome back girl. So we went back brown. I have just been loving brown, and at the end of the summer, this is probably my last brown look that I'm going to be doing. This is probably one of the last brown looks that I'm going to be doing for the end of the summer, and I just had to go big. I feel like I haven't really gone like big in brown at all. Like I've gone like big in black, big like long in black, wavy, all the things, but like big in brown, like I feel like I've been missing out on this all summer long. So we did it today, and of course we did do miracle knots. I am obsessed with miracle knots. I can't stop doing them. Now when the fall comes, I am going to get into some more of like the boho styles, quick weaves, and all the things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure that you do go ahead and subscribe. Girl, it's coming. If you look at my content from last year, we got into all of the things. So we are going to be doing that again. And make sure that you are following me on all of the socials as well, because I'm always changing my hair, always doing the things, makeup, all that. But yes, I do want to start by saying thanks to EayonHair. I haven't worked with them in so long, and if you know, you know, I'm definitely one of the OGs with EayonHair. They sent me over 4 bundles of their 18-inch Burmese curly hair, and I'm so excited. This is my first time working with a Burmese curly, and just look at it. I love how it has like the little coils at the end. I feel like that is going to give us that really curly look. So yeah, thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. Now, I do want to get into the things that you're going to need to achieve this look. Again, it's not much. With miracle knots, it's never a lot, but I did use 5 bundles of the 18-inch Burmese curly hair. I know that I originally said 4, but I ended up finding another bundle hidden away, tucked away, so I went ahead and put it in there. So you are going to need all 5 if you want to achieve this look. You are going to need a crochet hook. I use a very special gel. It's called Red One Gel. It's not special, girl, it's cheap, but it is my favorite one to use. If you do not like using gel and you would like to do this without any gel, that's also an option for you too. I just don't think that you're going to achieve the same sleekness, if I'm being honest, but you can definitely do that. Gel, no gel, it's your prerogative, girl. So that's all you're going to need for today's style. I think I pretty much covered everything, and then of course I did go in at the end with some mousse. The mousse was from Sacred. It wasn't, I'm not sure if that made a difference or not, but it is a really good mousse, so I'll make sure to have that link down in the description as well. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into things. I absolutely love this look, and I cannot wait to show you exactly how we put it together. So I went ahead and done the braid down and everything like that. I just put it up into a little bun. I just love how this looks actually. But anyway, so we did a size medium, and this is actually y'all size medium. This is my this is more of like my meaty large, if you will, because I have 4 rows across the top. 4 rows across the top, and then 2 rows below the bottom. I haven't counted the amount of braids, so I'm gonna have it here for you. But I really iced this. If you don't like a lot of gel, then girl, this probably ain't for you. I like to use a lot of gel just because I like the way that it looks. Do I need to use a lot of gel? No. Do I have to use a lot of gel? No. Like, I've been braiding for so long that I can use anything. I can braid using Pink Lotion, Blue Magic, like whatever the color is. Red One Gel, all of the things. But I don't know, I just like the way that it looks. I like that it looks very sleek and it looks very nice, and that's always the look that I'm going for. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by adding the hair to the bottom. Now, because the hair is like super curly, and I don't want it to be super long, as you see, I didn't braid all the way down on the braids. It's because I knew I was gonna go in probably around this length and begin adding the hair in, as opposed to going all the way to the end. This is also gonna help you secure the braids to make sure like the pieces don't fall out. This is curly hair, so it's about to be so easy to add the pieces. I cannot wait to show you. I'm about to show you right now, girl. Ooh.
I'd be lying if I said I don't get so excited about stuff like this. So I went ahead and done a couple of the braids just to get the hang of things. Like I said, I never ever watch tutorial videos ahead of time. I kind of just figure these things out as I go along. So I think I got it worked out what I want this to look like and how it's gonna work. So I'm going row by row. Like I said, I like to keep everything nice and neat, organized, make sure I don't skip any braids. I didn't braid all the way down on a lot of the braids, but on the ones that I did, I just went ahead and unraveled the braid. I have like 2 to 3 inches worth of my natural hair that's going to be braided into the actual crochet hair, or the same thing vice versa, whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin braiding that right and just feed it in just like normal. and find a comfortable position, and I'm really gonna start going to town. Once I get in this position, like I can braid super fast. I'm gonna keep on braiding down until we're about a little more than half an inch below my natural hair. The reason I do this is just because when it's time to take down, let's say that I don't feel like it, I can just cut it and unravel it from there. Not to mention, having your hair braided up with the crochet hair just makes it more secure. You don't have to worry about any of the pieces falling out or anything like that. And so at the end of all of my braids, I'll always take a very thin piece of the crochet hair, and then I wrap it around the braid around 2 or 3 times, just securing it with a small simple knot. Now I will say that this does make it a little bit more difficult at takedown, but again, we've done it so far below our natural hair, so if you want to cut it, that is definitely an option.
Okay, and just like that, the ends are all done. As you see, it's at a pretty good length. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to cut it too much, but I do want it to end right here, so I'll cut it a little bit. Instead of doing what I normally do, I normally go around and add the hair at the roots of all the braids, and then I just go in like a, just go add it at the roots, add another piece, add another piece. I'm gonna go up each braid and add 3 pieces. I have 4 bundles total. It's 40 braids total. So that's 4 pieces each braid, basically. And then whatever I have left over, I'll use to like fill in and add to like the fullness. But I just love like the ringlets that these have at the end. It just gives it that really curly, springy look. I think that is so perfect, especially since we're entering like the end of the summer. Like, I'm excited to see what this is gonna look like. Like, I already love brown on me, so I know that this is absolutely good. This already looks about Eayon. Like, I already know. I'm already know.
Like I was saying, this is my first time not going like step by step and just going like and just doing each braid like at a time. Like, I added all the pieces to one braid like at a time, and I'll say I think I kind of do like this method. I'll say that it's easier if you start at the top and add the pieces as you go down. I do have them evenly spaced about 2 inches apart, and that helps me not run out of hair. I think at this point I didn't even know that I had an extra bundle to spare. I thought I only had 4, so I was trying to be kind of cautious, but once I got at the top, I realized I had 5, and I was like, oh, I can go crazy. And so this is how I'm going to add some volume at the root as well. As you see, I just pulled a piece back through the root and let it hang over the top. I feel like this makes it look a whole lot more full. Now, I'm only doing that to the pieces at the top, but I think it's going to look so good. I was trying to decide, do I like the pieces pulled out at the root on the top pieces, like on the top plaits, and I decided to not do that. I like it the flat way better.
Okay, so I'm done putting in all of the hair. I actually did end up finding 1 extra bundle. I was like wondering why they only sent 4. They sent 5, so I used the entire 5 bundles, all of it, and this is what we got. As you see, it is so big, so full, like, and it's still lightweight. It's still really lightweight. Now, I am gonna cut it blunt just because I didn't really want to do long today. And then once I wet it, well, I'm gonna wet it down first, and then I'm gonna cut it blunt. But I am just absolutely loving the brown. Like, brown has been my favorite color like on myself all season, so I'm just very happy to bring it back. I love the Burmese curly hair. I just feel like the ringlets are so perfect. Like, it's like the perfect spiral hair. I love it. So yeah, this is the look before we wet it down, before we cut it, and then I'm gonna do some of that to the hair, and then well, I'm actually gonna show you. I'll say that this hair is super easy to like work with. I've definitely worked with some curly hair before that once you wet it down does not look like how it came in the packaging. I'll say that the curls pretty much stayed the same. It did flatten a little bit, which is what I actually wanted it to do, because using 5 bundles, it made it look full girl. And then I'm just gonna go on with the brush. And this is just, again, just to tame the curls a little bit, make them look a little bit more all together. And then I don't recommend like cutting the curly hair when it's dry anyway. That's how it starts looking weird once the curls like start to fall a little bit, because you cut it like while it was dry. This is the Sacred Volumizing Mousse. I find with this, you actually don't need that much. I am gonna use a lot because, I mean, it's sacred and it's so good, but yes. And then after I work this through, then I'm gonna go ahead and just like clip the ends. And you guys know I love like a blunt look. I don't like when the hair looks like really like frayed on the ends. I feel like the blunt look just makes it look more like together, if you will. And just like that, this is what the hair looks like once it's dried. As you see, it's back to its full fluffiness. It's so pretty. It's no tangles or anything like that. Now, one thing that I will recommend, that if you're going to douse your hair in water or like in product like I just did, allow it time to fully dry. Like, don't put your bonnet on, don't do anything until it's fully dry. As you see, like, there's no mattedness, there's no like sticking together. Like, the pieces are back like free, like they were right out of the package. And that is exactly what I was looking for. This is how you know you're using a really good quality hair too, because normally, you know what it feels like after you put some mousse on something, the hair feels like stringy. This just feels super moisturized, but I just love how it's back big, it has its fullness, and I was able to cut it to my desired length. But anyway, yes, this is the final look. I absolutely love it. I did end up using the entire 5 bundles to achieve this style. So if you want this fullness, this look, you're gonna need 5 bundles. I do want to say thanks again to EayonHair for sponsoring today's video. I am so happy to be back working with them. I love all of their products, their hair. Make sure that you look on my page for some of the previous looks that I've done with EayonHair. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, girl, and I will see you in the next video.